As we age, many of us experience a common and frustrating problem: leg cramps. Whether it's in the middle of the night, during exercise, or even while resting, leg cramps can interrupt your sleep and daily activities, leaving you in pain and discomfort. But what if I told you that there's a simple, affordable solution to boost your leg strength and stop cramps in their tracks? I'm Dr. Nancy Weller, and I've worked with countless seniors to help them address issues like leg cramps, weakness, and muscle fatigue. Today, I'm going to share with you a surprising discovery that's been shocking doctors and researchers alike. This vitamin has been shown to improve leg strength, prevent cramps, and even help you regain mobility as you age. It's a nutrient that's often overlooked, but is absolutely essential for your muscles, and it's vitamin D. If you're like most seniors, you've probably heard of vitamin D, but you might not know just how important it is when it comes to muscle health and leg cramps. Vitamin D is most commonly associated with bone health, but recent studies have shown that its role in muscle function is just as crucial. A deficiency in vitamin D is linked to a range of issues, including muscle weakness, increased risk of falls, and, yes, leg cramps. The shocking part? Most seniors are vitamin D deficient without even realizing it. In fact, research shows that up to 70% of seniors don't get enough vitamin D, which can lead to a range of health problems, including poor muscle function and, you guessed it, leg cramps. So, what's the connection? Let me explain. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, which is essential for muscle contraction and relaxation. Without enough vitamin D, your muscles can become weak and more prone to cramping, especially in your legs. This is why so many seniors struggle with cramps, particularly at night or after physical activity. The muscles don't have enough of the vital minerals they need to function properly, and the result is that dreaded leg cramp. But there's good news. The solution might be simpler than you think. By boosting your vitamin D intake, you can help improve your leg muscle strength and dramatically reduce the frequency of cramps. Here's how it works. When you get enough vitamin D, your body is better able to absorb calcium and magnesium, two key minerals that help your muscles function properly. Magnesium, in particular, plays a significant role in muscle relaxation, and when you're deficient in this mineral, cramps become more frequent and severe. But vitamin D doesn't just help with calcium and magnesium absorption, it also helps with the muscle contraction process itself. That means your muscles become better equipped to handle movement and relaxation, reducing the likelihood of painful cramps. Let's take a closer look at the impact of vitamin D on leg cramps. Research has shown that seniors who take vitamin D supplements often experience a significant reduction in muscle cramps. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Rheumatology found that vitamin D supplementation improved muscle function and reduced the frequency of leg cramps in seniors, even those who had been suffering from chronic cramping for years. The results were so dramatic that doctors started recommending vitamin D supplementation as a first-line treatment for seniors with leg cramps. Now, you might be wondering, how can you get more vitamin D? Well, the easiest way to get vitamin D is through sunlight. When your skin is exposed to the sun, it naturally produces vitamin D. However, as we age, our ability to produce vitamin D from sunlight diminishes, and many seniors live in areas where sunlight exposure is limited, especially during the winter months. So, while sunlight is an excellent source of vitamin D, it's not always reliable or enough. That's why supplements can be incredibly helpful. The recommended daily intake of vitamin D for seniors is typically around 800 to 1,000 IU, international units, per day, though some studies suggest that higher doses might be beneficial for those with severe deficiencies. A simple vitamin D supplement can be an easy and effective way to ensure you're getting the right amount. You can find vitamin D supplements in many forms, including tablets, capsules, and even liquid drops, making it easy to choose one that fits your needs. If you want to boost your vitamin D intake naturally, there are a few food sources you can include in your diet. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and tuna are great sources of vitamin D, as are fortified foods like milk, orange juice, and cereals. Egg yolks and certain types of mushrooms can also provide a small amount of vitamin D, though they're not as potent as fatty fish. However, even with these dietary sources, getting enough vitamin D through food alone can be difficult, especially for seniors with limited appetites or specific dietary restrictions. That's why I recommend considering vitamin D supplementation as an easy way to meet your daily needs and improve your leg strength and mobility. Beyond the benefits for leg cramps, vitamin D also plays a crucial role in your overall muscle health. As we age, we begin to lose muscle mass naturally, a condition called sarcopenia. Vitamin D has been shown to help preserve muscle mass and strength, which is essential for staying independent and mobile. Seniors with adequate levels of vitamin D tend to have better strength, balance, and mobility, which means they're at a lower risk of falls and fractures. Let's look at the case of George, a 72-year-old man who had been dealing with chronic leg cramps for years. He would often wake up in the middle of the night, gripped by excruciating cramps in his calves. He tried stretching, drinking water, and even changing his diet, but nothing seemed to work. After discussing his symptoms with his doctor, George was tested for a vitamin D deficiency. It turned out that his levels were extremely low, and his doctor recommended a daily vitamin D supplement. Within just a few weeks of starting the supplement, George noticed a significant improvement. The cramps became less frequent, and he started feeling stronger overall. He had more energy, and he even felt more stable when walking, which gave him greater confidence in his mobility. This is a perfect example of how vitamin D can be a game changer for seniors, especially when it comes to leg cramps and muscle health. If you're struggling with leg cramps or just want to improve your leg strength and overall mobility, vitamin D might be exactly what you need. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how quickly can you see results? For most people, it takes several weeks of consistent vitamin D supplementation to feel noticeable improvements. However, it's important to be patient, as the effects of vitamin D on muscle function and leg cramps may take time to manifest. You might also want to monitor your vitamin D levels with your healthcare provider to ensure that you're reaching an optimal range. In conclusion, if you've been struggling with leg cramps, muscle weakness, or poor balance, it might be time to look at your vitamin D levels. By boosting your intake of this essential nutrient, you can significantly reduce cramps, improve your muscle function, and regain strength in your legs. Whether through sunlight, food, or supplements, making sure you're getting enough vitamin D can be the key to unlocking better leg health and an active, independent lifestyle. So don't let leg cramps control your life. Talk to your doctor about your vitamin D levels, consider adding a supplement to your routine, and enjoy the freedom that comes with strong, cramp-free legs.